So this is probably something like take number 8 or 9 for this video, and I'm trying to figure out how to condense all I want to say about this particular test. And I realized I could go on for probably over 10 minutes without moving the camera. So let me just condense this down as quick as I can. In previous videos, this Sentria II has been completely refurbished, but because it's a 2013, I have not bothered to replace the bearings yet because I don't think they need it. They haven't shown any signs of that. But I noticed that after the refurbishment, that when I ran it in hose mode, for that hose mode video where I had the Sentria I, Sentria II, and then the Avalir, that this machine drew more power, drew more current than any of those other machines. So I wondered, if I go and, I've already tweaked this thing every way possible. I sealed the fan case, I've polished the commutator, I've, broken it down and cleaned it up, and the fan's super clean. I've got the red Kirby HEPA test bag that I just use for airflow tests in there. I've taken time to wrap it around the fill tube just right, fiddle with it and fiddle with it and fiddle with it. And I just wonder, since that thing pulls more current in hose mode, does it actually pull more current than I've seen in my other Kirbys in regular power nozzle mode? Well, guess what? A few minutes ago, I verified that. So this Sentria II pulls just about dead on 7 amps at 122 volts. So I'm running 122 volts today under load. I'm a little bit more than my normal 121. And the Avalir pulls 6.8 amps. So that's 200 milliamps less. And that Avalir, I've tested multiple times on multiple airflow boxes, and I can only get 150. It doesn't go above that, no matter what I do. So the Sentria II, it's got a motor in it that I think is a little bit of a ringer. It's an original motor in it, and it's a number of years old, but I have everything tweaked as far as I can possibly tweak it. So without further ado, and I see I've already gone on for just about 2.5 minutes trying to introduce this crazy video, let's simply retest the Sentria II. Let's see if I can break the 140 mark that I have been jealous of that other people have broken out there in YouTube and vacuum land. They've reported with their Sentria IIs hitting above the 140 mark. I want to see if I can go even higher than that. Now keep in mind, I still think this machine is somewhat of a ringer, but it's still all Kirby. It's just that it's been tweaked and tweaked and tweaked, and it's ready to go on the airflow box, hopefully, to set a Sentria II airflow record. Well, just as I was claiming that my load voltage was sitting around 122, so my HVAC came on, well, the heat came on, and we are at 121. So we can compare now exactly apples to apples. So 5787. Yeah, so we've broken more than one record. So here you go. That's right, 100, get that all the way there, see both of them, 151 CFM. That's right, it's slightly better, very slightly better than the Avalir sitting right next to it. And for a Sentria II, so far, unless somebody else on YouTube or on Vacuum Land posts their they're actual legitimate tests, I think this is probably now the highest CFM Sentria II that I've seen. And if you know somebody that's done more than 151, then by all means, let me know, because that will be really something. So to just reemphasize again, 7 amp draw, 121 volts, and we pulled 151.0 CFM, and that's with the red Kirby bag in there. I think I will go and I will test the suction on camera just so I can show you that the suction is really about the same as all the other machines. It's right around the 30 mark. So obviously it's going to get loud. And remember, the fan case on this Sentria II is sealed. The Avalir is not. Best I saw there is about 29 inches of lift, and the Avalir pulled about 30 inches of lift, and its fan case is not sealed. So sealing the fan case doesn't really affect a newer Kirby suction anyway, unless something is somehow damaged. You know what? Maybe what I should do for my last test is go and take a look at the brush roll speed. Yeah, how about that? So on the first take of this segment of the video, I went to go push the button on my tachometer there, and I noticed the laser was very, very weak. So I had to go and put in a new battery. So one new battery later, and let's see what this one does. The Avalir, fully warmed up, peaked out at 4240 RPM. So let's see how close to 4240 the Sentria II gets. Well, it definitely did not hit 4200. So it was like 4170-ish. So the motor is not spinning faster. How about that? So the whole system simply is just a little more efficient. I mean, that's just the way it is, I suppose. So that extra 200 milliamps, which would be about 24 more watts, bumps up the CFM. But I still think I have this motor that's a little bit of a ringer.